Not off to a good start, not off to a good start. That does not work. Okay, I'm just here for it already. I'm gonna take it as a sign. So I need to read them. Yes! It's the last TBR of the year. Hi guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to my favourite video I film every single month, my December TBR. It is the last TBR of the year and I need to fit, hopefully, these books and some more onto my TBR because it's Christmas. There are Christmas books I want to read. I want to read books to finish off my 2024 TBR. There's only like 2 books left to go, so fingers crossed that's possible. There are some books still left on my end of year TBR that I'd like to get to. I'm still going to play my TBR game, I'm still going to pull prompts, I'm still going to let spin a wheel kind of like dictate what I do with those prompts, but if the TBR gods can be really, really kind to me this month, that would be great. I would like to get A Spark of Light onto my TBR by Jodie Picoult. I'd like to get That Festive Feeling by Heidi Swan on my TBR because not only is that a festive book, it's also a book for a vlog. This is on my 2024 TBR that I still need to read and want to get to if you still recognise me by Cynthia So. As well as Careless by Kirsty Capes is also on my end of year 2024 TBR that I'd like to get to. And then also The Christmas Cottage by Sarah Morgan, which is Sarah Morgan's brand new release that came out for this festive season, and it is also on my kind of like end of year Christmas TBR for a reading vlog as well, because I am doing a reading vlog dedicated to reading Christmas books this month. So if I can get all of those onto my TBR, that would be great. I usually do 5 pulls of my TBR jar, this bad boy, and then use the spinner wheel to dictate what I do with said prompts. You'll get a gist as we go along. I usually do 5. I think I'm gonna see how we go, how the first few pulls go, but it could potentially be if I just stick to doing 4 pulls. If I'm not getting books onto my TBR that I kind of want, so then I still have kind of like free reign to basically mood read and read the books that I want to and / need to read before the end of the year. So that's kind of how we're gonna go. I'm gonna start with 4 and kind of like go from there. So I think that's all the housekeeping things. Without further ado, I guess we'll go into our first pull / spin to figure out what books are going to be on the TBR for the last TBR of the year. Oh my god, how are we almost in 2025? That absolutely baffles me. Right, spin number 1 is double up prompts. Not off to a good start, not off to a good start. Okay, double up prompts means picking 2 prompts and combining 2 of them to find a book that fits both of them. This is not going well. Okay, 1. Oh, there's 2 there. Here, okay. Let's hope these 2 prompts work. Okay, there are some books on Kindle Unlimited, Christmas books on Kindle Unlimited that I want to read, so not owned, with, okay, that is just a juxtaposition. That does not work. Recent haul not owned just doesn't work because I would have owned it if I recently hauled it, unless we just go for my most recent Kindle Unlimited book that I downloaded, because technically like I'm semi-owning it and then it's the most recent thing. So we could do that, and I think that could potentially work. So I'm kind of making the prompts adjust slightly, but I think in the grand scheme of things, when those 2 prompts are meant to be doubled up, I think that's probably the best route to go. So the most recent book that I've downloaded on my Kindle from Kindle Unlimited, Make You Mine This Christmas by Lizzie Huxley Jones. I don't know what this book is about, apart from the fact that it's a Christmas book. I'll put the cover up on screen. So the blurb says, after the year from hell, Half is ready to blow off steam at a Christmas party. A no strings attached kiss with a stranger under the mistletoe is just what she needs. Okay, I'm just here for it already. But by the next day, rumours have spread. Everyone believes she and Christopher are madly in love and are spending the festive season with his family in the English countryside. To save her new friend from embarrassment and with no better plans of her own, Half agrees to go along with the ruse. Until she meets Kit, Christopher's mysterious, magnetic and utterly irresistible sister. She can't possibly fall in love with her fake boyfriend's sister this Christmas, can she? Okay, I'm not mad about that. Not a book that was kind of like on my radar to read for my Christmas book vlog, but definitely one I can get on board with. So Make Your Mind This Christmas by Lizzie Huxley Jones is on my TBR and is the first book on my December TBR. I'm actually happy about that one. That sounds really fun, and the cover is really cute, and it's queer and it's festive and it's fake dating and yes please, I will eat that up probably. So yeah, okay, that prompt didn't go too badly. Let's go for spin number 2. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? A standard, okay, for you. So just one prompt as per what it tells me to do, I will do, and hopefully it fits one of the books in the pile down there that I need and want to get to. I'm gonna go right to the bottom. This is a bad idea. One fell out. Is that a sign? I'm gonna take it as a sign. Okay. You guys can read it first. No! No, no, no. I don't even use Fable anymore. Why won't it focus? I don't even use Fable anymore. Let's just see. I might just do like a little cheeky veto. But I don't even do, unless Fable does have an AI. Let's find your next read. Hi there, I'm Scout, Fable's in-house curator. Let me know what you're in the mood to read and I'll fly through the library to find some recommendations. Full disclosure, I'm beta, yada yada yada, still finding. Okay, I want a Christmas book that has been recently released, and I'm just gonna send that and see what happens. I'm still working on understanding the published dates. Try modifying your request and let's try again. Oh, okay. Okay, I just want a Christmas book and just see what comes up. This might not work at all. A Christmas book, how delightful. Here are some recommendations. Get ready to cozy up with some holiday cheer. Interesting, interesting. Okay, the first one is the 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss, which I have attempted to read in the past and couldn't get through it. Don't really like the author's writing style, so obviously I'm not going to force myself to read a book that I already tried to read before. I did that in the most recent reading vlog and it didn't go very well, so I'll link that video up above and down below. The next one is a Sarah Morgan book, One More Christmas. I kind of want to read The Christmas Cottage, which is what I was trying to get Fable to recommend me with the Christmas book that was released recently, but it didn't understand publishing dates. What else has it got? All I Want for Christmas, A Whimsical Holiday Tale Where the Magic of Mistletoe Kisses, Dances and Miss Festive Cheer. Okay, okay. Out of the ones that is recommended me, I'm going to actually go for Kiss Her Once For Me by Alice Cochrane, because I read The Charm Offensive at the very beginning of this year and actually kind of enjoyed it. Why am I so overexposed today? It's because I'm wearing black. And actually kind of enjoyed it. And Kiss Her Once For Me is an audiobook on Everand, so I can just listen to that during the week where I'm reading festive books for you guys and take another festive book off my list. I think this is more like a New Year's Eve kind of book. What does it say? 1 year ago, Ellie had her dream job in animation and on Christmas Eve met a woman in a bookstore that led her to fall in love over the course of a single night. But after a betrayal the next morning and a loss of her job, soon after she finds herself adrift, alone and desperate for money. I thought this was a YA, but it looks like it's an adult, which is even better for me. Finding work at a local coffee shop, she's just getting through the days until Andrew, the shop's landlord, proposes a shocking, drunken plan, a marriage of convenience that'll give him his recent inheritance and alleviate Ellie's financial woes and isolation. Plan to spend a holiday together in a family cabin to keep the ruse, another kind of like fake dating, marriage of convenience. But when Andrew introduces his new fiancée to his sister, Ellie should discover it's Jack, the mysterious woman she fell for on the course. Am I reading the same synopsis as the book before? Kind of? It's another queer holiday rom-com about like fake dating, marriage of convenience, of falling for the other sibling. Okay, I will go for it. I'll put that on my TBR because I feel like an audiobook is always just like a nice easy win. It's something I can listen to during December on my commute to and from work to kind of make that week going into the office a little bit more festive. So I will put that book on my TBR. So those are 2 books that I didn't really have planned to be on my TBR, but we'll go with it. I'm definitely going to do more than 4 because I have yet to get any books I want to get on my TBR and I can't just do 4. So Let's go for spin number 3. Can you focus, please? What is it? Add another spin. Okay, I was going to anyway. I was going to bump up to 5. We are now on prompt number 3. So when it just says add another spin, I just pull a standard prompt. So let's go for this one and see what it is. Okay, this one works. Sadly, unfortunately, this one works. Return to a soft DNF. I'm pretty sure I had that last month, but I'm not complaining. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I'm not complaining because both of the books left on my 2024 TBR are soft DNFs, so I need to read them. It's just which one I'm going to pick for the prompt. And I think I'm going to go with this one. Really shows I'm just really putting this book off, but that is fine. This is a YA kind of like self-discovery book about our main character, Elsie, who has a crush on Ada. And it's just a summer of repairing broken connections and building new surprise ones and realising that she isn't as nearly as alone as she thought. But now she has a choice to make. I went through that really quickly because I feel like everyone who watches my TBRs has seen the amount of times this book has been potentially been put on my TBR. So I feel like I've spoken about it enough, but it's basically just your typical kind of like YA self-discovery, self-love, high school sort of drama book. So hopefully it will actually get read this month. Fingers crossed. It's kind of on my TBR anyway, so I'm not complaining. And we're quickly moving into spin number 4. Standard. Free pick. Yes. Woohoo. Okay. Well, it's definitely going to be between these two. And I think I'm just going to put Sarah Morgan's on. I am dying to read this. I am so excited. After absolutely falling in love with the Christmas book club last year, reading it for the first time, I've fallen in love with Sarah Morgan's writing style. Have I read any of her other books? No, but I'm just as excited to read this festive book. And this one basically follows our main character Imogen, who loves her job as an event organizer, but everyone thinks she's really perfect, but she isn't. She has kind of like hidden truths and secrets that no one else knows. So when she ends up making a really bad mistake at work, she takes time to kind of like step away and take some respite, and she ends up spending time with a client in the Cotswolds, and love kind of follows her into the Cotswolds, and it's a festive book from there, and I'm so excited. If it's just as good as the Christmas book club, I am in for a treat. So this is the next book on my TBR. So 3 festive books, not too bad. So we're into spin number 5. Pick 2, choose 1. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. So I'll pick 2 prompts and only have to complete one of them. So this is quite good when you're really not feeling like one prompt, and then you can try and go for the other one. So I've got 2 in my hand here. The first one is TBR Vet. Okay, careless, I see you. I see what you're trying to do. And then the other one is Book for a Vlog. Both work very well, but I think I should be good and just get careless on there, because I am so determined to finish my 2024 TBR that I need to kind of put this book on there, otherwise I'm having no inclination to pick it up at all. So if it's on my actual TBR, then hopefully I'll get it done. And it's a short book as well. It's literally 317 pages. It's not exactly long. So begrudgingly, I'm going to put this book finally onto my TBR after talking about putting it on my TBR for this entire year and not once putting it on there. I'm putting it on. This is a YA book about a young pregnancy, and she doesn't really know what to do, where to go, who to turn to. She feels very isolated when she finds out that she is pregnant. She can't tell her social worker, she can't tell her mum, and she ought to tell the person who got her pregnant, but she doesn't really speak to him anymore. So it's all just kind of like figuring out life. And I'm kind of intrigued by this book because it baffles me that this is a YA book. I'm hoping it's more like a young character, adult writing, fingers crossed, but I'm going to finally tackle this book in December. Hopefully, anyway, fingers crossed. Otherwise, I do think it's going to have to go in the unhaul pile. I'm sorry, Chloe, but it might just have to because I've been putting it off for so long now. But it's on my TBR officially, so hopefully it'll all be good. That is 5 books with the Kindle book, the Kiss I Want to Meet audiobook, and then these three. But I'm feeling dangerous. I'm feeling like living on the edge. It hasn't told me to spin again, but I'm gonna spin again for prompt number 6. Prompt number 6. Standard? Standard. Okay, not bad, not bad. That could have gone a lot worse. So for the final prompt pool of 2024, what's it gonna be? It's gonna be this one. Hopefully we'll get a prompt that I haven't got yet, because I feel like I've had a lot of repeats this month. Okay, 3 or more words in the title. Works for both of these, yay! And I think just because it's a Christmas book, we are feeling festive, we are in December, we're gonna go for that festive feeling. And thank God the prompt was 3 or more, so it counts. 3 or more, so it definitely counts. This is another kind of like self-discovery festive book about our main character Holly. Very fitting. I see what you did there. Has her place to herself this Christmas, house sitting for a friend who lives on Nightingale Square. Newly single and unsure about her next steps of her career, she plans to hunker down and make some life decisions. Early one morning, around a nearby lake, she bumps into May, who is also new to the area, and her dapper dachshund, Monty. Quickly, a firm friendship blossoms, and then when Holly meets Bear, a rather large and rather attractive man at the local pub, and his rescue dog, Queenie, Nightingale Square suddenly feels a lot more appealing. As the community comes together for the festivities, Holly must start thinking about where her life will take her next, but distractions close to home make it more tricky than ever. Hopefully this does give me like the Christmassy festive vibes, but it definitely sounds less Christmassy than some of the other books I have on my TBR this month, but it's on my TBR anyway because I can't wait to get to it, because I'm really intrigued to see if I like this author's writing style, and if I do, then I have a massive catalogue of backlog books to get to from this author. So that is officially my TBR for December. It looks small here because obviously I don't own 2 of the books. So the first book we got was not owned and recently hauled, so we went to our most recent Kindle download to kind of combat that, and we got Make You Mine This Christmas by Lindsay Huxley Jones. And then the second prompt was Fable Recommends, so we went to Fable, and it didn't do us too dirty, and we got Kiss I Want to Me by Alice Cochrane. And then we started getting into the physical books. We got Return to a Soft DNF, so we went for If You Still Recognise Me by Cynthia So. We then got a free pick, so I went for The Christmas Cottage by Sarah Morgan, and then we got TBR Vet, which I picked Careless by Kirsty Capes, and then we got 3 or more words in the title, which I picked That Festive Feeling by Heidi Swan. So not too bad. I'm still going to hopefully read way more books than that, and so many more Christmas books than this, but these are just the books that I'm obviously more inclined to get to because I'm so much of a TBR follower. Even within the month, I will still mood read what I want, but it will be based off my TBR. So if I'm like, I don't know what to pick, always first go to my TBR pile for that month to pick what I want, rather than going to like my entire TBR. It just makes decision fatigue less prominent because I only have like 6 books to pick between rather than like the 40 books I do own. So I'm very much of a TBR follower, so when books do make my TBR, I do tend to read them, especially this year. I've been much more of a TBR follower this year than any other year in the past. So with these books on my TBR, I do have full faith that I'm going to get to all of them, but I'm really hoping amongst reading these ones, I will still get to the other books I really want to read. I've downloaded loads on my Kindle, especially the new kind of like Christmas rom-com novella set that Kindle Unlimited released that has like authors like Ali Hazelwood and stuff in it. I have downloaded a few of those, and I also have Ashley Herring Blake's brand new book, Make the Season Bright, which I also want to read this month. So there are definitely a few books that I really want to get to that haven't made my TBR, but hopefully I will get to them still anyway, because all I want to do is read all the festive books, so I'm very motivated to do that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe down below to see content from me. I do anything from weekly reading vlogs, monthly TBRs, monthly wrap-ups, and any other bush content that you can think of. I usually have on this channel, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any, and I'm still currently uploading my Walt Disney World vlog series, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss those as well. Let me know in the comments down below what festive books are on your TBR, and what books are just kind of like you want to get to by the end of the year. I would love to know, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.